Hi there, I'm Zamantha Franchezka, GP San Lorenzo. I am a third-year medical student from the Philippines, proudly studying in the Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health. What's unique about me is that I have a lot of different hobbies and interests, from painting and dancing to building and collecting Gunto model kits, and to playing the violin and the drums. A COVID-related challenge I had to face was the intense feeling of the imposter syndrome. When the pandemic hit, we had to finish the school year early, and the remaining requirements done online. This made me feel like I was not ready to move up to the next year level. But in our world now, full of uncertainty, I believe that nervous feeling of being not prepared or not ready will always be there. And yet, I know now that this should not overwhelm me in any way. A little push has allowed me to find creative solutions which can compensate for what was lacking. I can also apply this for when we go on duty during our clinical rotations, and thus proving the imposter syndrome wrong. As someone who served as the Axis AMSA President, the Surgical Society Skills Head, and the CPC Captain, all three in this same year, I was able to have the opportunity of having both the honor and the responsibility of galvanizing different groups of teammates into achieving and pursuing the organization's goals. Let me share with you how our clinical pathological conscientious team was able to join 3 competitions this year and place in every single one of them. I believe that by being self-aware of our strengths and weaknesses, I was able to motivate them efficiently and keep their passion in sharing their knowledge and joining our discussions, which ultimately led to us winning as champions of the National CPC competition. And this is actually a first for our school. I think this is such an extreme case and wouldn't happen in real life. But if it did, I would honestly feel disappointed and upset that a resident in my team would think I could do such a thing. Although, I do understand the residents' frustration as that mistake could harm many others, especially the health personnel who handle medical waste. I feel like there was a lack, or should I say, a loss of respect for him or her to approach me in that angry manner, especially in a situation where an external party would be involved. With this, the next best thing is to politely signal the resident to wait for a moment so we could talk about it more privately in a little while. Because before anything else, I have to appropriately excuse myself and reassure the patient that there was just a misunderstanding and that there is nothing to worry about. I believe that this is very important so that we can maintain the rapport and the trust that my patient and I have established. Now, mistakes happen as we are not robots designed and programmed to do certain things. But if I know that I am wrongly accused, I will definitely stand my ground and calmly reiterate that it was not me who did the act. If he or she still doesn't believe me, I will just convince the resident that we talk about it as a whole team so that everyone is reminded of the proper practices and the mistake is not repeated in the future. Also, I believe that when everything has calmed down, let's say the resident already has a cool head, it is important that we bring up the issue of the disrespectful approach when correcting a colleague. This way, there will be no hard feelings or any issues left unresolved. And that's my take on leadership and resilience during COVID. But before I end, allow me to share with you a quote by Viktor Frankl. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Thank you, judges, and thank you, Elsevier, for the opportunity.